literally trying to wreck my life. Like, not even my bias at this point in my life. They're all trying to wreck my life. Like, what is bias? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, if you can't tell by the army bomb, today's video is going to be about my BTS concert experience. So basically in this video, I'm going to talk about the concert, sound check, merch, the studio booth, photo studio booth, and yeah, talk about my experience on the 2 days that I went Friday and Saturday in their North days. So anyway, let's get started with my experience. Starting off on Thursday night is when I left to New Jersey. I am from New Jersey. I always lived in New Jersey, but recently I just moved to Florida. The whole plane was full of armies. Like, literally everyone had some kind of BTS merch. I want to know what like the people who weren't gonna go see BTS was thinking. My flight was from like 9:30 p.m. so by the time I arrived in New Jersey it was around midnight. And yeah, so starting off with Friday I had P2 tickets and it was in section 22, row 12, seat 13. Yeah, so I decided to arrive early, but not like too early, because I had a QR code for the BTS photo studio. So since I had that, I knew I was going to be able to skip the line and go take my photo and guarantee a photo. I ended up going around 3, which is still kind of early because the concert starts at 8. And honestly, if you're going to BTS's concert and they're having another photo studio, do that survey and get that QR code, because you gotta skip like the whole line. So I stood in line for the BTS studio and that literally took like 10 minutes. You're only supposed to take 1 photo, guys. And the girl before me took literally 4 photos. I was just standing there waiting and waiting, talking to the staff member. And then we're like, wait a minute. Isn't this girl supposed to be coming out? Once you go inside, you get to pick 1 member and 1 photo. You get to do 2 poses and then pick which pose you like. Once you're done with that, a really loud music comes on where the staff knows that you're done taking your photo. But I guess since me and this girl was too busy talking, this girl had 4 pictures already. So that was like unfortunate. So I went inside and they have like the little couch thing and a screen and everything's touchscreen. And basically you pick out of all the 7 members, you pick 1. And I picked Mr. Suga Yoongi. And I got to take 2 pictures. Yeah, I took my photo. I was low-key freaking out. It went by so fast. Like, that thing is literally 30 seconds. Like, you're in, you're out. And you just take a picture. And bam, you're done. I have that picture right here. Okay, cute. I'll probably scan this because I don't know how good you'll be able to see this. I think it's a really cute idea that they do this, because obviously they're not going to be able to meet everyone, and especially the language barrier is also another thing. I think if you're going, definitely do the BTS studio booth, because it's literally a momentum you can only get at a BTS concert. After that, I went in the merch line. They were selling out of a lot of things fast. And Friday, not as much things sold out on Saturday. Saturday came and they sold out of literally like more than half of everything. So if you want to get merch, do it on Friday. Do it the day before. If there's like 2 or 3 days, do it like that first day, because everything gets sold out like pretty fast. I wanted the shirt that said "Love Yourself" that they wear at the end of the concerts, but that was literally the first thing to go. So yeah, I did get merch though. I bought a BTS official slogan. What else is this? Oh, this is my receipt. But this is the slogan paper. It smells like a floaty from a pool, which I kind of like that smell. But it says "Beyond the Scene" of like the Bang Tang Tongyan Dan blah 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 blah. Literally what they're doing in America. A lot of their shirts said "Beyond the Scene" and stuff like that. They're selling merch that said that, so their slogan said that. And yeah, so I bought that. I bought my army bomb, of course. I had to buy this, and it also came with a set of cards. That army bomb cost $55, just to let y'all know, because You will literally buy merch and then come out of there and spend like $200, and you'd be like, how did that happen? Honestly, how? I think I spent like $200 on merch, and do I regret it? No. No, I don't, because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. And here I am making a lot of noise, but I'm opening my second thing, and this is a program book. I wanted to like have like a little souvenir. The next day, before I was leaving, they still had merch out that I guess was still available. So me being tempted, and I'm like, oh, this is the last day, this is the last time I'm able to buy this, blah 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 blah. I ended up getting a little BTS finger light, but this would have been kind of useful during the concert. I could have worn it, but this literally cost me $25. And continuing on Friday, after I did the BTS studio thing and the merch, I went to go pair my army bomb, and the staff is super nice. They literally put the batteries in for me for my army bomb. I was like, God bless you. Like, and then I went to go meet up with some people, which honestly, those 2 days I thought I was gonna be like alone for most of the time, because once you buy a concert ticket alone, I mean, you kind of just assume you're gonna be alone. But I met so many people that weekend, and it was so nice. Next thing you know it, I was going inside, and I was not ready. I wasn't ready. Time goes by so much more faster, and especially when you're looking forward to stuff, it goes even more faster. So next thing you know, I'm sitting down, and they come out, and the first song they sing is Idol. And I was like, wow. Anyway, Friday happened. I blinked my eyes and the concert was over, and I was not ready, especially for Saturday. And honestly, they're so amazing. It was such a nice, like, welcoming first day. Wasn't too extreme. Like, I still freaked out, obviously, because BTS is probably like one of the only artists that I stan completely. I mean, I still have other artists I really like and really want to go see in concert, but they're just like, performance quality is out of the moon. Dances, rapping, visuals, singing, everything was just so on point. It's literally like a whole show. It's not just them on stage singing or doing whatever. They work. Saturday comes. Also, on Friday, I lost an earring. It was a long dangling earring, and I lost this side. I have no idea where I lost it, so big hit if you're watching. Did you find an earring? Because anyway, Saturday comes. Saturday. This video is gonna be so long to edit. I have to go there at like 9 o'clock in the morning because I have sound check, and sound check starts giving away tickets at 10. Like, so tired. I didn't even have time to like mentally prepare. And next thing you know, I'm like, once again, everything I feel like happened in the concert was just like one after another. So like, I wasn't able to really comprehend like what's happening. But the line wasn't too bad. So I stood there for about an hour, and then the staff started taking people and giving them their sound check. You needed your ID, your email, and then your order number. But here's my sound check ticket with a piece of confetti from Saturday night. Here's my sound check bracelet, and literally my hand is so small, that thing went all the way up to here. This is the size of my wrist. I have baby hands. But anyway, I got number 27, and the day I was born was 27, so I'm like, wow, homegirl's really dying tonight, because 20, like, what are the odds? What are the odds I get 27? And then I went to go line up because I wanted to take another picture in the studio and get more merch. Yeah, that didn't happen because one of the staff members came and said that they're closing the BTS studio, so basically you're only allowed to to get a picture if you had a QR code. By the time I got in there, it was like 12 p.m. already. I still had to go to sound check line, and they want you to start lining up at 1 and then go in around like 2. So I took a picture with the little banner thing which has all of BTS on it. It's so cute. And they started letting us in around 2. I think it was 2. Yeah, 2. They started letting us in, and they check your bags, and then there's staff who like tells you where to go, obviously, and you go down to the floor. You're not allowed to have your phones out, record anything. But before it started, I was like, I needed some kind of memory, because I didn't know Jungkook was gonna do a whole film of that day, especially during soundcheck. So I was like, I need some kind of memory. So I just kind of recorded where I was standing and then put my phone away quickly. But I didn't take my phone out when they were out, or like 10 minutes before they were out, so big hits don't come for me. And I was so scared. Like, I wasn't ready. And I got barricade, like first person in there, right there on the catwalk, like almost in the corner of the catwalk in the center stage, like right there. And I was freaking out. It was kind of a thing, like I wanted to see them obviously, but like I didn't want them to see me. When they came out, like you could see in that first 3 seconds of what I got in Jungkook's video, like those good 3 seconds I made it, I was scared. Like my eyes were like they just come out. It was like no really pre-warning. Like somebody said something, I don't remember what they said, I don't know if it was English or Korean, but they said something, and then 2 seconds later they come out, and all I see is like J-Hope right there. And I was like, I literally blacked out. I was like, what? Who? And then next thing you know, I see Jungkook with his phone. He had like a cookie case phone recording everyone, and I'm like, I'm not ready. Like, what are you doing? Like I wasn't prepared. Like I knew it was getting sound check, I knew it was gonna be close, but I didn't know I was gonna get barricade right there, what on what. Like honestly, if Jungkook didn't make that video, I would have forgotten everything. Like I knew some stuff of what they were wearing. Like he was wearing a blue Adidas jacket, and Jimin was wearing his gray sweater and blah blah blah, but for the most part I was like, what happened? Like literally what happened? I was constantly looking at their faces like, who? And they all just come out, and then Run plays, and I was just like, what the fuck? Such like a once in a lifetime experience. And since they're getting more and more famous as we talk, like it's kind of a thing that's probably only gonna happen once in my life, which is so sad and depressing to think about it. But literally when they came out, I was like, how did this happen? Because like, how? Making eye contact with them, and just how? And I remember literally Jimin for Run, he just stood there. Like I was right here with my army bomb and my Yoongi sign, which is low-key falling apart. My poor sign, which I don't think he looked at. I don't know. Yoongi, out of all of them, really did not look at the crowd that much during the catwalk, at least where I was at. But I was literally like, like I wanted them to see my sign, but at the same time I was like, no, I didn't want attention from them. I don't know, once again, more of a me experience, not them experience me. It was more me experience all 7 of them. Going back to Jimin, he just stands there. When I expected BTS to come out, I thought they would be all cute and be like, oh, I mean, da, 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 da. Especially Jimin. But no, that was Christian. He was possessed or something. He literally just came out and was like, Tashira. Like, he literally didn't smile. He was just like sexy mode. And I was like, calm down, shut up, like relax. He just went like 0 to 100, and I was like, Chim chim. Shook, you know? So he just comes out looking like a god, and I was just looking like a peasant, and I was just like, whoa, Chim. And it's kind of weird to scream things because there wasn't a lot of people there. It's supposed to be 500. I don't know if it was completely 500, to be honest. And honestly, I really want to know how they saw me, because I was honestly forgetting lyrics. I was shook. I was like, Tashi ra ra ra. They were probably just like giving me side eye and shit, but wow. I was like, this is happening. I remember like putting my army ball and singing to Jimin. I was like, how is this happening? He was good. Anyway, on to the next member. So obviously Jungkook came out with his phone and he recorded 90% of that sound check. I didn't know he was recording, honestly. I didn't know he was gonna record. I'm like, what are the odds? The one day I have sound check and I'm going to the concert and I'm there, he records. Like, God bless the gods above, because what are the odds? Like, I have a video. I have such an aesthetically pleasing video, artsy, film 101 video of that whole day through his eyes. And like, I'm in there, even though, I mean, you could kind of see me. You could kind of see me, but like barely because of the filter you use. But like, what are the odds? So Jungkook just comes out. He's wearing a bucket hat and Adidas and blah blah blah. You can see exactly what they're wearing from that video. But just comes out and records us the whole time, and I was shook. I was like, what are you doing? Literally, he just came out and recorded, and I wasn't ready. I was like, oh my gosh, like please. I probably, when he was going through that footage, I probably looked like a maniac. I probably looked crazy. I don't know whether he recorded it with the filter already, because I know there's apps for that, or did the filter on there. But you know, if he did the filter already on there, you can't really see people as much because of the type of filter he used. Like the blacks are more blacks and the contrast is like higher and blah blah blah. And it's faded. I don't know what he was looking at through his phone, but I was just shook the whole time. And he was like, I remember one time him and V were literally like right in front of me, and he was recording V. Oh my god, I don't even want to get to V. V was just, he was always on the catwalk. Like, he, out of all the members, he was the one that was there the most. And I remember just like him just being there, and they were all in their A mentality, like and they're all like like feeling themselves kind of mode. And V was so adorable. Wow, dots me. Like, he was so adorable. He was just like such in a good mood, so happy. I remember one time he was just there, like vibing, like making eye contact, pointing my army bomb at him, like, whoa! And, like, every single time they would like look in my direction or something, I would literally just like sink back and be like, no. They're really intimidating. They all look so expensive and famous, and I was just like, how am I here? Type of thing. But V was so adorable, so cute. Literally trying to wreck my life. Like, not even my bias at this point in my life. They're all trying to wreck my life. Like, what is bias? Even for, because they sing 2 songs and then they do a performance of their last song. So that day they did Run, Fake Love, and Ampan Man. And during Ampan Man, he literally, when they turned back, he was just looking back and like pointing at us. It was just like so fun. He was just like so happy, and I was like, wow, you, I purple you type of shit. Anyway, moving on before this gets too long. Who's next? I did Jimin. The Jin was such a boyfriend. Like, he was a definition of boyfriend. He just looked like, I had a feeling he looked like tired, but like he was still like happy to see us type of thing. He was just like waving, and he was just like and I was just like, Jin. And later on, I found out he had a cold, you know, from the freaking thing that Jungkook posted. He had a cold, and that made perfectly sense, because like he looked tired, but he didn't look like, oh, like I'm over this. He looked like, he looked sick. That's what he looked like, but not like too sick, you know, like he's cute and sick, like a little cold. That's what he looked like. That was perfectly what I wanted to say. Waving to everyone and making sure he waves to like literally everyone, and I was like, God bless you. And his face looks exactly the same, and I'm just like, how's that possible? Like, how is that possible? Because how is that possible? J-Hope was the first one to come out, Hey, he was in a fit. I was like, he had the glasses on and everything, and I was not ready for that. And once again, he was in his A mentality. Like, he was like, A. And one time, I will never forget it. Literally, he crouched us down, like, right there. Like, I'm here. He crouches down, like, right here. And I'm like, too close. Like, no! Literally, I think the whole time is like them just having a normal time and just me freaking out in my bubble, trying to like fade into the background and like sink into the floor. But he is so beautiful. I was like, wow, like each one of them looks exactly the same. And there is one part where him and RM were just like jamming out together. They were like, I don't even know what song was playing, so I don't even remember. I think it was Fake Love, and they were just like, Fake Love. And they're just like, wow. I was literally like, wow. RM, he was wearing sunglasses, so I have no idea where he was looking. He was in front of me a couple times, but not as much as like the other members. Same with Suga. Like, I'm here like trying to put it in his face, but also trying not to put this in his face because I'm scared of him. So the whole time it was just like me with my army bomb, and I'm just like there. And that was my experience with Suga because he was barely on the catwalk. And even when he was walking through the catwalk, I don't remember if he looked out. I think he looked out one time, but it wasn't like in my direction. But like, I was just like, he's very intimidating. So it's kind of a thing where you're like, oh, I love BTS, but until they're in front of you, you're like, haha, JK, I'm just gonna go back, it's okay. Even though I know they're nice and their whole thing is about loving yourself, but like, I'm just still scared, you know? It's threatening. I remember him walking and like seeing the silhouette of his face. He was wearing a mask and a bucket hat, so his face was like the most covered up, but like I was still able to see the silhouette, and I was just like trying to take him in like that one couple seconds that he passes by, and those like minutes he passed by. I'm just like it's so hard to like keep your eye on all 7 of them because there's 7 of them and I only have 2 eyeballs. It was so hard to see every single one of them. And then you're like, how would I know if they're looking at me? Because what if I'm looking at somebody and somebody's looking at me, and then I feel bad because I'm not even looking at them, and then you know, it's just like a never ending like type of thing in your head. That was my 7 freaking holy gods. That sound check lasted so fast. Like, I felt like they were out for like 10 minutes. Like, they came out, sung a song, and then they said some things afterward, but they're speaking Korean and there was no translator, so I have no idea what they were saying. They could have been like, you guys suck, and I would have been like, wow. Like, they're types of people, like, obviously every single army wants to marry them, but honestly, like, I just want to work with them because like the things they stand for and their concert and just like all their hobbies, they're so artistic, and like what they stand for is so empowering. I'm like getting another mental breakdown, but like just being a part of that staff, like all the staff members were just so nice, and just being a part of that experience for that little amount of time, like I just wanted to stay there forever. And like I could dust the floor for you guys, I could pick up all the confetti and just like, you know, I don't even need to talk to BTS. Like, I could just be in the background and just like sweep and stuff. How they went from like really nothing in a small company, and just them being in the Prudential Center, and all these Americans are here, and we're all like chanting Korean and having a good time. It was just like, my mental, and it can me talk really high because I lost my voice. Anyway, continuing on. I'm trying to like keep my normal in this video, but that sound check just triggered me. So after sound check, you had to leave like straight away. So I went back outside, and then next thing you know, I was going back inside for the show, and I was sitting in section 7, and that was honestly the best view ever, because if you're in like too close to the main stage, when they're in the extended stage, you're not gonna be able to see their face. And like sometimes when you're in the catwalk, you won't be able to see like the front view. But when you're section 7, like this was a stage and this was like me over here, you're able to see everything. You're able to see from the main stage really well, from the catwalk, and when they're up on the extended stage, you're able to like really see them like HD and everything. I wasn't expecting that. When they came out, I was like, why are these seats like so much closer than what I thought, and so much closer than I thought during sound check? And when they came out at an extended stage, you're able to see them like really, really well. And also another thing about my section is that the lights on the side go out like, okay, like it's like the extended stage is like this or whatever. I don't even know how to make shapes. And then the light kind of like flashes to our section. So we're in the light, and from a tiny bit experience of being on a stage, like obviously the front people are what you're gonna be able to see, but from the back, if the light's flashing on them, you're able to see them. High key recommend you figuring out the stage dynamics and seeing when that light was flashing, because the light was flashing us, like my section, and I was like, God bless. And during that day, like they're all always in our directions. Like I have so many pictures and videos, and literally they're like in like their body is like this. And I was just like, how is this happening? Like I remember saying like, oh, anybody who's a Yoongi's fan, section 22, he was constantly like looking out on that way, but then today he's just like straight over here. And a lot of the people next to me were Yoongi fans, and it was so much fun because like he was just always looking over there. And I remember one point he was like waving, and he goes like this, and then he waves to like our section, and I'm like when they're performing, they're not really looking out as much as the ending, and when they're just chilling out and singing and doing their like medley and blah 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 blah, and they do that mostly on the extended stage. So if you're going to the concert, go by the extended stage, because like literally they would walk around it and wave and do all that stuff on the extended stage more than the main stage. I'll tell you that. Like, oh my god, on Saturday they were wilding out. Like they were acting so like, before Jungkook, that my last memory of him in real life is him pouring a water bottle down his head and exiting the stage. And I was like, what are you doing? Sexy BTS came out during soundcheck, and like crackhead BTS came out. And I am so grateful I bought those tickets and was able to buy those tickets and bought them the same day they came out and got soundcheck. When I got soundcheck, I literally freaked out. So that's my 2 cents. I feel like I'm gonna look back at all these videos and things when I'm editing this and just like cry on my computer, because it was such a good experience. Staff was so nice, the people there was so nice, BTS was just so nice. And what are the odds that Jungkook made that video? Like, what are the odds that I'm in there for like a good 3 seconds, and I gotta remember that for the rest of my life and be in that for the rest of my life. I was on his phone for the rest, well, I mean till he gets a new phone, but like I probably already deleted the footage too. I guess that's it for this video. Oh yeah, before I go, I also stole all this confetti from Saturday because I saw people taking it, and I'm like, that's such a good momentum souvenir, I don't know. So I ended up getting silver and gold confetti, and I was so scared to go on the plane because I'm here with all these like army bombs and like stuff and confetti in my bag, but I didn't get stopped by security, so that's good. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, stream Idol on YouTube and Apple Music and Spotify. And also, go check out the rest of my videos. I don't know. Subscribe. What am I saying? If you like this video, subscribe. Yeah. If you're not part of the army, join the army. Anyway, bye guys. Bye bye.